Welcome back to the Two Ways to Say It podcast. I am Ashley Renee.
And as y'all know, this your boy KC, the one y'all what came to see.
Bye. Bye, Casey. Bye. You don't
On
even get it, do you?
yeah, like bye KC.
Oh, I need you to feed into it because,
Yeah,
yeah,
indeed.
like,
Mm. Cause one thing
okay.
about it, you can't check me unless you got to check for me. But anyway,
You seem to be having a good day today. You look fresh and pure with your pure white on. You look pure.
that's that straight out the sleep glow. I feel like I always look like I don't know. It's somebody I know my face is cracked and it's something with it. It's that out of the sleep glow. That's why I'm gonna go with it. Cause
Okay.
yeah, I can't be
So
mad
did
about it.
you wake up with the song on your mind? Do you have a song?
Yeah, yeah. And my song gonna be "We Outside Tonight." Hey, we outside. So make sure y'all
You know
cheer. Ain't on
what?
no tables at McDonald's singing that song, but I'm outside tonight. Yeah, that was on my mind. I don't know. That's my song. That by Beat King, and it's called "We Outside." But yeah, I like that
Let's just go ahead and go with um Nicki Minaj. Big
one.
difference. I'm on a whole nother level. These out of their league.
This
Ain't
ain't better
bad like
than me.
me.
This
This
ain't
ain't
better than
bad
me.
but me. You got the one, the two, the three. You bitches look up to me. You say you look up to her, but really
But
you look
really,
up to
to
me.
me,
I can't be playing with. 'Cause I married a
I married
G.
her. I got some.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So it's just
because
no, it's a big difference. So I'm just
and
gonna
then
leave it
we
at
ain't
that.
nothing like you, or you.
You
Remember that.
or
Remember that.
you. Yeah.
Exactly.
They got
And
to.
what?
Oh, so today we'll just go ahead and get it started. I really want to talk about the situation that happened in Jackson, Mississippi, right? So there was, I don't know if you knew or know, but I'm pretty sure everyone should know by now. There was 215 bodies found buried behind Jackson, Mississippi jail.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw it on Facebook, I just thought it was something like fake. You know how they just make little fake stuff. I'm just like,
Hmm.
nah, blah blah. And then I'm like, wait, this is on the news, and I also seen the Shade Room talk about it. I'm just like, wait, what?
Hmm.
So you telling me I'm supposed to go on with my daily routine, get up in the morning, go to work, do this, do that, hang out with my friends, and not act like 215 dead bodies ain't behind the jail.
Hmm.
Um, no. And also, a mom was looking for her middle son. I think he's like 37 or something like that, back
Hmm.
last year in, I want to say March. And he went missing. And of course, he contacted the police, and I guess they'll go look for him and all that, blah, blah.
Hmm.
And come to find out, he is buried in there as well. And if I'm not mistaken, the police actually killed him.
Hmm.
They ran him over. I want to say they threw his phone and stuff inside of the grave as well. So my question is, where's the outrage? Every time you look on TikTok, it's something about this 50-50 relationship,
Hmm.
who paying the bills, what a dude supposed to want in a woman, what a woman supposed to want in a man, or if the black officer, we got it on tape, or I'm sorry, the white officer killing the black male on tape, get him fired, blah blah, which is fair, that is true.
Hmm.
But now you got hardcore evidence. They have the graves, Keontae, with numbers behind them. I don't know if you
Hmm.
actually saw it or not, but
I
they have
didn't.
numbers. And I'm just like, are we serious right now? Where
Yep.
is the freaking hours? Like, every black person on earth
should be concerned.
be questioning everybody in that jail. Clearly, we're the only ones outraged about this.
And I about to say, yeah, just like you said, it's like one of them articles where you read on Facebook or something. It don't seem real because of how crazy, how like far fetched, like how far fetched it sounds. But for
Yeah,
something that big, I would feel like when it's that many people, like at least somebody would care. It's almost like a I don't know if it's because our attention span is on zero, but even I just feel like when it comes to like your livelihood, you could care a little bit, or you could be like, okay, what if that was somebody I knew, or something. It's just simple stuff that should make people care. And it's like
yeah,
that's why I didn't when they used to do this thing called or talk about like being woke and all this. I like y'all don't even know what woke mean. Like to be
exactly.
honest, like because if you ain't woke about stuff like this, how are you woke? You stuff like this shit make you instantly have some type of feeling or something. That's why I don't believe in people when they be like, "Oh, I'm so woke to this," or they was doing this whole woke culture thing. Y'all ain't woke. Y'all are.
Hmm.
Y'all go out behind people and protest, do this stuff when it's beneficial or when you feel like this would be on social media because you do it because it look good, not because you really care. I told you I hate to
Hmm.
see like when it be protesters and stuff when it's like that. The percentage of it is crazy. Like it be like that 1%, that small percent of people who actually care. Then you have that large percent of people who doing it because just because somebody else doing it, not even understanding what they out there for. Then you have the other people who just doing it because people there's just chaos, so they want to join the chaos. So I
Yeah.
think that's why there's no outrage. I feel like, and that's another thing too. I think the world in general and people, all these, everything is corrupt anyway. But I think they know that something like this can go under the nose and not really gain attention because we've shown in the past that we don't give enough attention to stuff that needs to be. And like we always talk about, where if nobody says nothing, nothing will come from it. They literally
Hmm.
can just move on because they like, well, I mean, if it ain't bother nobody, then let's just kind of keep hiding it or let's just move on to the next thing. So that's what I
Right.
think is the problem. So they know everything is so corrupt. They know that our reactions are never appropriate. Like we never fight for or bring attention to stuff like this because we too worry about, the wrong stuff. We don't. It's
Hmm.
was this even on the shade room? Was it on the shade room?
Yeah, the J room spoke about it.
And I bet you if you go look at the like comparison and the engagement comparison to everything, I bet you somebody pregnancy announcement or somebody fighting or something got way more engagement because it's literally just
Hmm.
thrown in between. It's not even a big deal. I feel like stuff like that should be
Just a
highlighted.
distraction.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
literally like it's I don't know. I want to say we blinded, and I'm always say we because probably I don't pay attention to some stuff like I should. So I don't know if it's like you said, we probably they literally throw stuff at us like a distraction. All this stupid stuff is a distraction from the stuff that's actually happening right in
Hmm.
front of us. So I think that's why they so easily just they kind of get away with everything. That's just how it works. It's weird, but
Yeah.
it's
And it's
pitiful.
too and hear me out. I'm not saying like we should wait on celebrities to say something, but
Right,
at the
right.
same time, you guys have the funds
Hmm.
and
And power and voice.
I'm gonna be for power, the free time
Hmm.
to do these things. So it's like, where are the celebrities? Where is Al Sharpton talking about this? Is I'm gonna call out the celebrities out. Where's Oprah? Um where's LeBron? I like LeBron. Where are you, LeBron? Where where are what who else? Like Kendrick Lamar. Where's J. Cole? Where is everyone?
Yeah, I
Hello?
say that the reason that so much stuff happened is because everybody kind of got this mindset of like mind my own business. Everybody moving this.
Mm-hmm.
If it's happening to somebody else type thing, if it's not affecting me personally, I kind of mind my own business. Which and people can say like that is, I guess, the safe way to go by stuff, but at the same time, it's kind of like it kind of look crazy because it's always I care until it happens to me, but then when it happens to me, I expect care from others type thing. Like you said, like what are these big names and people speaking out, or that's what make puts the pressure on them to figure out what really happened. When you have all
Mm-hmm.
these different entities of power, like what is this? What is this? Bringing attention to it. You just don't have it, and I think it's like we literally live in a world where everybody just if it's not happening to me personally, I just don't care. That's why I don't believe people when I like I said I just had to always go back to the protests. I don't believe having them. I don't care. I think they go out there because it looks good on camera, or because they know you get something benefit or you benefit from it.
Yeah.
They really don't care honestly because they can go home and literally go laugh and
And it
play
don't
and
affect
sleep.
them.
It don't
Yeah.
because it just don't affect them personally. And I think that's our biggest like downfall.
Where am I? I guess I had to question myself, what am I gonna do about it? And that's
Yeah,
the thing, is like what are we supposed to do too? And
there you
granted,
go.
I do have family in Jackson, Mississippi. So if y'all listen to this, please stay safe
Yeah.
because and stay safe anywhere. But right now we on Jackson, Mississippi. Oh. Okay, so since we got that out the way, now it's on to.
Now you know better.
Okay, so since we talking about Mississippi, because clearly a lot of stuff going on in Mississippi, I don't know what's in the water over there, baby.
Mm.
The pastor from St. Peter's Missionary Baptist Church in Mississippi allegedly got a side chick pregnant, and she done ran up in the church, baby. I don't know. It didn't look like church service was going on. I don't know if you saw
Yeah,
it. It didn't
I
look
don't know
like
why I thought
actual
it looked
church
like a
service.
yeah, or like some
Impeachment,
was
some
big.
type of impeachment service or something.
Yeah.
So they were trying
Mm.
to get him up out of there, right? So homegirl running up in there, she trying to fight the first lady. Um, it's just like it's not amusing, but at the same
It is.
time, it's like, what in the world? And then people
Mm.
have children in there. One, if service was going on, then okay. Two, it just didn't look like service going on. So even if there was some type of impeachment, why are
Hmm.
children in there? Like,
I don't know
why
you
anybody
because
under
remember it's a church.
18?
Remember it's church. Anything that going in there is okay.
Oh
So it's
yeah,
okay.
I forgot.
It's
So
okay.
I guess
Mm.
like
Anything can happen. This church.
15, 14, 13-year olds and they'll vote to pass
Mm.
out. So I mean, if that's how it go, that's how it go. But my thing is this, pastor. We're gonna start out the pastor because certain women love to go out to the women first, and I don't do
Mm.
that.
Mm.
Like, what is you doing? Like, and oh wait, what? I forgot. It's more tea to that. They said that he was sleeping with people in the congregation as well. So I don't know if side chick was part of the congregation or what, but other women started coming out saying that they were sleeping with him too. Now, I don't know what kind of church you ran in. We ain't finna act like this the first pastor that ever did it, because I'm
Right.
pretty sure y'all
They
can throw out a few names.
that does it. Hmm.
But people, when you have this type of leadership, I know people are like, yeah, this still just the average human, and he's a
Hmm.
man, and all this. While that is true, you know, I think being a pastor probably is viewed higher than the president.
For sure.
You are a man of God. You're
Hmm.
speaking to us like you literally do have to almost be perfect. I don't care.
Technically, yeah.
And being faithful to your wife ain't got nothing to do with being perfect. Like that, you don't have to be perfect to be faithful to your wife. Not only were you
Right.
not
That's
faithful,
simple.
you have embarrassed your wife in front of the church that you're leading.
Hmm.
So that's one. You're disgusting. If this is true, you're
Hmm.
disgusting. But
Hmm.
where there's smoke, there's fire. So it's some
Right.
to it. You probably that you might
Yeah.
not be the baby daddy, but you done did something because she ain't
Hmm.
running up in there for no reason. Even
Hmm.
if you let her on, it's still your fault. Now I don't know if First Lady was trying to fight back or not, but hopefully she was, because ain't nobody gonna run up on me. I don't care
Yeah.
what the situation is in church.
Hmm.
Well,
You
right.
do.
So I'm
Hmm.
gonna start off this. I'm not even finna put her down right now.
Hmm.
What I'm gonna say is I actually really do feel bad for her, because we know that we can see majority of the time that first ladies tend to hold up the church.
For
She's
sure.
protecting the pastor. She is
Hmm.
his crutch. She is literally his voice in
Everything.
a way. Yeah,
Yeah.
like she is just over the whole church. She's taking care of everything, right?
Hmm.
Not saying people behind the scenes. Not. I'm just right now. I'm just talking about the first lady.
Right.
So, it's just much disrespect for her, and I really do feel bad. I always feel bad when I see stuff like that because we can already know what this was like. That typical woman, you the first lady, so you gotta be a certain way,
Hmm.
that type of thing. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Yeah, my morals won't let me do it.
Right.
I
Ah.
can't, yeah. Um, and side chick, or and I don't even want to call her no side chick because he probably really was leading her on.
Hmm.
Now, on her end, could she have found out he was a pastor? Probably. Could he have just literally lied and hid his whole life? Probably. I don't know. I don't know the full story. Girl, I was watching Cheaters before we actually started or whatever. And the first thing I
Hmm.
kept saying to myself, I want to be caught dead on Cheaters,
It's
baby. One thing I
embarrassing.
never do. It's embarrassing. Don't you
First,
ever.
it's already embarrassing in person. I mean, like for you inside, you're literally doubling the embarrassment by going and
What did you?
confront. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't win in that. What are you doing? Like
You would never win. You would never
never.
win. What are you doing?
It's almost
Like,
like you see them. It's just like it's like almost like walking in on your spouse or something cheating, but like instead let me put the camera right there too. That's how it's like you already embarrassed. I mean, it ain't your fault, but you're embarrassed
exactly.
already. You literally are
Right.
doubling
Not
it up. Like
only
it gonna
are
hurt
you
for real now.
running to the church boots and then have your bra and stuff showing, clearly, dude trying to fan and play like he don't even know you
Yeah,
or what's
of
going
course,
on and all that.
of
You know,
course.
yeah, like
Hmm.
typical.
Hmm.
It
But
was
it just
just so much going on, but yeah, it is just almost like I thought we were past this as women. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
and granted, I'm pretty sure she probably didn't want this on camera. This coming from
Hmm.
somebody else's recording, but that's the part we got to be mindful of too. Like people don't put down the phone. You can see even older people in the church
Had the
just holding
phone.
the phone.
Yeah,
I'm just like, okay, so what y'all finna do with it? Go home and keep rewatching it? Like, what in the
yeah. Cause
world?
that what
So
they. Yeah, church
yeah,
people.
so that right there is just crazy. Now I also seen something where it was saying that pretty much First Lady was saying she's still finna stick by pastor and pretty much be ride or die. Okay, so this is what I'm finna go right here.
Yeah, and I'm
So
gonna start right with you.
all the women on here, if you want to be ride or die and stick by your man, my man, and try to prove to some other women like this my man, I'm keeping him. You see where he want to be because clearly that's how she thinking.
Hmm.
Or I help him build this. I'm finna here. Do you? This ain't for you then. But what I'm gonna say is you stupid. Are you
Very.
stupid? Now you know better. There was an opportunity to run, sis. Run. Get all the money you can get.
Yep.
You probably ain't making that much as a pastor down there, but get as much as you can and go on about your business. You want to be embarrassed a second time? It's no way in the world. I don't care what nobody say. I just never know. Yeah, yes, you do.
It's nothing positive. You know how I get with with this church stuff. So I'm gonna just start there, like, and I ain't gonna say I get enjoyment out of it, but when I see these church videos like this, it's funny to me because I say, I just love it. I don't love the hurt that y'all are going through, but I love it because it shows that the y'all feel like because y'all are inside a church or whatever, have y'all there for the wrong reason. And y'all feel like because y'all are inside of it that y'all are so good, so perfect, so this. But apparently y'all got more going on in there than the people on the outside. Because that's crazy right there. So yeah. And I put the blame on everybody. So I always say to women, if you get cheated on, I'm sorry, but like we just said, you will never win by feeling like you're finna compete or go and try to prove some point to him or her. You got to
Mm-hmm.
understand that technically you're on the outside of it. You see how she's sticking with him. So to be honest, you don't win. What I say is get what you can get out of it and go on about your business. If you're gonna be that, you
Mm-hmm.
gotta be that. Stand in that. You can't go and be mad at him because he then was mess with you on the side and then he'd cut you off one day and now he want to be with his real family. You can't be mad at it. I'm sorry because you know what you in. Like, let's be for real. That's why I said like how are you? I just want to know what was your plan going in there and calling him out Okay,
Right.
you said they just kicked out and they still together. What happened? What who
Okay.
won? What did you get from that? If anything, you probably cut off some money, but I'm gonna let you. I feel like she's sitting with an embarrassment anyway because it's recorded. Maybe she don't. Maybe she gonna torture them forever. Who knows? But that's with her. So with the wife, like I said, I don't like the term ride or die. I'm gonna be honest. I never have because I just feel like ride or die means I stick with you no matter what. I would never be
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
I don't feel like nobody should ever be that. Yeah, when you get with people, your intention is to be with them. You know what I'm saying? If you really love somebody, your intention is to stay with them. Like you want to be with
Right.
them. But at the same time, half the time you don't be knowing who you with and you can't put it past them for doing something bad. So don't set yourself up saying, yeah, this is the only person I can get in the world. I mean, lady, I mean, you're a first lady. Like, I'm pretty sure you could have found somebody else and you could have got what you got from him. Like,
Yes.
when somebody
And
cheat on you,
she's like she's not ugly. Like,
you can go get somebody else. I mean, I don't know where y'all love it. It can't be that far if he doing that, but at the same time, maybe on your end, you just love him to the moon. I'm sorry, like that is, I'm sorry to hear that. That is not okay. Like you got to have a little self value, and I feel like if anything, since we are in church, because if we really we in the Bible and we were about church. I just know God would want you to value yourself. I just know He wouldn't because you got to think about. I would feel like He would want better for you, because we're in the church. So I just feel like because y'all perfect. So you gotta. I would think that y'all are doing everything right, and I wouldn't feel like neither one of y'all, none of y'all should be in church because y'all ain't learning nothing. So anyway, yeah, I don't commend ride or dies. If you sit there and devalue yourself by staying with somebody that's doing you
mhm.
wrong, you never win to me. Yeah, you get a consistent relationship, but what is that relationship? You literally your trust is broken. It's like a broken relationship. You just holding on to it. Like literally, if you drop some glass on the ground, you picking up the pieces, you just holding them pieces. And you're gonna be holding that. It's still gonna be broke. You can put as much glue on it
Ain't
as you
no
want
trust
to.
gonna be
It's
there.
it's still broke. Like
Yep.
you cannot get that back. And especially when it's embarrassing like this. So that's a loss to me too. And of course, you always got to get to the cheater. Pastor, hey Pastor. Like you are literally like you said say that I don't know how people when they do like the my calling is to be a preacher and stuff like that. I can't tell you that's the truth or not because I'm not in that room with you. I'm not, I don't know your relationship with guys. So I can't tell you that you are not meant to be a preacher. But if you're gonna take this role on, I would feel like you said, you almost do have to be perfect because you are literally preaching to people stuff you had to take care of yourself. Because I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, you done did a sermon about being faithful or then
Yep.
did something about following every rule and stuff like that. So for you to even go stand in people's face and to preach them this stuff and then go behind closed doors, probably in 30 minutes after church. And letting your wife wondering where you at. She out there feeding the folks the food and you ain't nowhere to be found. In them moments, you're doing exactly the opposite of what you just preached to everybody. So I do commend those preachers that literally be teaching the word and actually following themselves because you really have a lot of
Yep.
these corrupt. I just love this word today. Corrupt is my word of the day. These corrupt
Yep.
leaders where you literally go preach people stuff that you don't follow yourself. Yeah, so for all three of y'all, it's gonna be a hard no. That's not good.
Scrappy, Bambi, Erica, Diamond, just a whole little six ring.
Everybody.
So I noticed like here and there, like, I can see little stuff about them, people saying certain things. But I think my whole question is with Scrappy and Erica, really. So, I mean, how do you feel about them? Because for me, at this point, is it really like y'all just trying to get a storyline? Because there's no way. And really, they may really still like love each other, but it all almost seems kind of forced to me
hmm
where I don't know if it's just Erica trying to make Bambi mad or like the other girls, like she's like the head person, like the
hmm
head woman, women we can pretend all we want to, but I think naturally,
That's what.
yeah, we all like that feeling like knowing like I'm above all the
hmm
women in his life. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But one thing I do, I ain't finna be fine on no dude. Let me be clear.
Exactly.
But
Um.
I don't know. I'm just wondering, is this like some type of storyline? Um, or is she just trying to get back at Bambi about this? Because I like Erica. Like
Yeah.
she was
I
the
do too.
prettiest one
Out of everybody.
all out of everybody on that cast to me. Like naturally
She
pretty,
actually
the
was
high
real too. Like she
cheekbone.
real, like she was one of the
Too,
realest ones too.
yes,
Kept it all the way there.
yes.
So,
And seeing her
um,
like in this light, it's just like, ugh. But
I
go
think,
ahead. Just,
um, so it's always hard to tell with like these reality TV stars their motives. Like with them, it's always like this. Well, shoot, I just said it. This motive. It's always
yeah.
something behind everything they do. Like they move real funny. They do stuff that I think they know they will think is so shocking and surprising. But on their end, because they had children together, I had to take it somewhat serious.
Hmm.
So of course I do feel like, and I think I said it on the show too. I do feel like she has to prove, or feels like because she really don't. She has to, in her mind, prove that she is the top one of everybody, and she has to feel like, and I feel like I'm gonna say this, and this for any women out there who do this. I want you to know that men are easy and simple. So just because somebody you used to mess with is coming back to you, trust me, he coming for that one reason because he know you're the easiest way to get it. I don't feel like that's showing that he loves you more than anybody because they can tell you
Hmm.
one thing and go to the next. So you got to stop thinking that men are so into what you're doing. We're pretty simple, and I
Hmm.
wouldn't do that, but like in general, you gotta be honest that men literally do that. Like if I'm pretty sure they had these baby, that's why I wouldn't date nobody with children because I think it's to that point where I think a woman who had a child with you can feel like, yeah, I can call him up, I can just get it from him type thing. Because
Hmm.
men are so easy that he'll say, yeah, no matter what he got going on. And he know that there's always an excuse because y'all got this connection regardless. So I just feel like
True.
women stop doing this trying to be the top baby mama. You don't win in it, no matter what. I'm sorry. He gonna disappoint you in some
Hmm.
way. I'm gonna tell you that. When you compete with women, you low key putting yourself in the same bucket with them. Because technically you're not right there with them. You got to think about how he came into them other women. You not technically y'all on different levels. Yeah, you got a child with him, but at the same time, that don't put y'all right there together. But if you're sitting there competing and playing in that same circle with them, then y'all right there together. So I think this did stoop her down to show that she will stoop to the level of them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, still like you said, the prettiest one, but I do feel like in the end, even if it's storyline or something, it just puts you back in that mix of competing and you know what I'm saying? Like you're just right there with
It's
them.
like, what are we benefiting
Nothing.
from going? And Bambi really ain't been doing anything, like at least in front of the camera
Mm-hmm.
or going live and stuff like that. But I know Diamond had been kind of going back and forth with Scrappy. It's just kind of like, that was like, is this like some type of storyline? So one thing I do like about this generation is we're starting to see like it's okay to be by yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody is just, oh my God, when I turn 60, I'm gonna be alone. Like,
Yeah.
ah,
I think
like,
I would say I think a lot of women and well, I ain't gonna say for dudes because we talking about women, but a lot of them do like literally revert back to somebody in the past because they feel like I'm just so like don't even give yourself that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you sit when you're
right,
by yourself and you're by yourself for a reason. That does not mean go back to what you like you said comfortable. Like don't go back to your most recent or something like that because you feel like, oh, I gotta put myself back out here. Stop it. Cause I mean you gotta like that
right.
whole time that you didn't wait, I'm pretty sure they be with somebody else or doing like you're literally putting yourself back in. Like I feel like once you leave the mix, once you get back under, it's gonna be worse because now time does everything. Like now you're in a different space, then a different space. Just because you're not getting that right now, you're okay. Like you don't have to just go back like to the
Okay, that's what
easiest.
either. And granted, I'm just now waking up. Maybe like 4 years ago, I'm just
Hmm.
like, we get so caught up in time.
Yeah.
Like, okay, by 30,
Yeah.
we can hear women say, by 30, before 30, I need to have kids and stuff like that. And then once
No.
you have a kid at 30, now
Then
you stuck and you something like, oh man,
yeah.
you can
Like
see a
stop
lot
it.
of, and I want to keep going to the kids thing. I want to use like other examples, but that's just what I see now is a lot of women speaking out now, not saying that they regret having kids, but it's more so of like, people only talk about the good part of having kids, but what about the nights when really? you trying to go to sleep and
And
they
you had,
up and you ain't got nobody to keep them because you got to go to work. Now school been out for like a week now, and you still
mm-hmm,
got to go to work, but school out and dad's not there, or dad got to go
yeah,
to work and y'all can't figure out,
yeah,
little stuff
and
like
you,
that. Just those little things turn into big things. I think being by yourself kind of shows you what you want. I don't know
yeah,
why. I'm just speak for me. Some people can date around and be like, I know what I want. I'm not saying don't ever date around and be by yourself. Of course,
but
if somebody
just,
special comes to your life, like invite that in. That's fine. There's
yeah,
nothing wrong with that. But stop putting time on things because you're gonna miss out on
yeah,
life like that to
just,
me now. I've been around too many people that just you can tell was like you didn't enjoy your life these
you're
years.
not, and you take it out on people when you get old. Like it comes out. Like you can't
Mm-hmm.
hide it because you're seeing people
Right.
doing stuff that you wish you could have did. That's why a lot of them parents
Mm-hmm.
live their life through their children because, and I hate it for those children. And it's like that natural, like you say, it's bitterness, but it's like a natural bitterness because you're seeing people doing what you can't do. So you don't want them to
Mm-hmm.
reach these levels and you want to hold them back because you weren't able to do it. It's because you just weren't living your life when you was younger. And that is unfortunate
Yep.
that somebody didn't tell you that. But I feel like don't be bitter about it. Just kind of appreciate the person under you doing it. I don't know. Something to sleep on. Um, Anyway, I'm gonna keep it short. I know I don't know if anybody knows Niecy Nash just won an Emmy, if I'm saying that right.
Mm-hmm.
And people were kind of saying what she said in the speech was controversial, and she basically was thanking herself. And I agree with the thanking yourself. I feel like nobody knows what you go through to do this. People might look at you and think it's easy, and they because that's the problem. People don't know. They don't know what you're doing in your own personal life
Mm-hmm.
to achieve certain stuff to get up every morning. It's just harder for some people, and it's just everybody's journey not the same. So I would say, and like I had to do to myself too, if you have the time, thank yourself. Just
Yes.
thank yourself for where you at now. We thank a lot of people. I think we literally thank everybody except ourselves. So just sit there and look in the mirror and tell yourself thank you because you got yourself there. And that's all I got. Sleep on
Wow, that's a great message. I feel like that message was for me. Thank you, Ashley.
it.
I need to say that. I'm gonna say that when I get
Yes.
off here.
Nobody got you here
Um,
but you.
Amen.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna leave with going back to the pastor and his wife and just say again, like I always want to speak from a woman. Like every woman's not the same. So a woman like, oh, I don't never think that, or I never do this, or that's not me. We know all women are different, but
Hmm.
it's hard for me to believe that of course, like if any woman went through that or just even through a breakup or something like that, it's just like, oh my God, like, can I trust him again? Like, it's not like you don't have thoughts of like, okay, maybe this will work out. Maybe he will change. So I'm not going to play like that ain't never ran through my
Hmm.
mind. But when stuff like this happens, I'm talking to my women of any race, I don't care, tall, short, whatever. When that happens, leave. I
Yes.
promise you, you're doing yourself a huge favor when you just leave. I promise you. And if we're talking about church, we know that the devil shows up in different ways,
He
and that
does.
includes the pastor.
He
Okay.
does. Hmm.
And it also just sends you signs. I feel like the universe sends you signs all the time. That is a sign to leave, to
Leave.
go, and not just
Listen.
her, but just in general. So take
Hmm.
that as a blessing, and you can sit in it. It's okay to hurt. Like who wouldn't? I would be hurt,
So
disgusted.
yeah.
Even if it
Hmm.
take me a year to get over it, just get over it. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Just get to the point where you got to get over it. Your mind has to be stronger than your heart. Remember that.
Oh yes. Oh, that was
And
good.
that's your time. Probably it probably was a time like maybe she needs to spend more time with her kids or something like that. Like go spend more time with your kids. Like do other things to get your mind off of it or therapy, whatever it is.
Hmm.
But don't go back to that. Because I guarantee you go back, it's gonna happen again. Or it may never happen again, but you won't truly be happy.
Exactly.
So I'm just gonna say that. Like, stop going back into situations where you know for a fact you're not gonna be happy. So that's for
Exactly.
any woman, and I understand the hurt. All of us been hurt and all that, but your mind just has to be stronger than your heart. You can get through it. I promise you can. Because when you look
Mhm.
back at it, you're gonna be like, God dog, I was stupid.
Yeah. Worst feeling.
And never fails. Whoever you talk to, you be like, what was wrong with me?
Yeah. Worst. That's not a good
You
feeling.
just
Sleep
thank
on it.
you for watching.
Hmm.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Did I say share? I did say share. We will see you on the next episode. So stay tuned, boo boo.
Get out of here.